Good morning everyone, I hope you're all well today. Just before I start, can I say if you do like the videos, please consider subscribing or checking out Patreon or both, because it does help me do more videos, because I work in between doing the videos. I enjoy doing the video, I really do enjoy doing the videos, but it just gives me that extra incentive to, to push harder. Yeah, it does. Your reading today is going to be, will you see them again? You've got three choices. You've got the 9 of spades, you've got the Jack of diamonds, and you've got the Ace of cups. The right way around. There you go. I've just got them out. So if you want to take your choice, then we'll get going.
La música de Harry Frog.
The short answer to this is yes. I'm not very good at being holding back surprises. The short answer to this is yes, and I'll tell you why. You're coming across as the Queen of Wands. It feels that you're quite independent anyway, and it feels that you know what the connection is. You've got a sense of what feels like, that it's not finished. You can sense that it's not finished, and you can feel that there's some sort of bind or some sort of attraction between the pair of you that you don't get very often. That feels quite rare in some way. You've got them coming across as expansion and the Emperor behind the 3 of Cups. This person, whether it's male or female, is because the Emperor card makes me think masculine, to be honest, is doing something in their life that keeps them busy, and it feels as well that they're surrounded by lots of different women. So I don't know whether they work within group situations, but it feels to me as in they've got a lot of people around them and they're always working. So this person may not have the time to see you or to contact you as much as you possibly think should be correct. You've got situation here, the Queen of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles. Once again, makes me think with the Emperor behind that your person's quite established in a work environment or a life situation that is very dedicated to whatever they're doing, whether it's building a house, whether it's connecting with family, or whether it's just basically pushing in work. Your person is somebody who doesn't have a lot of time for themselves. There's a feeling here, there possibly could be a feeling here of the 3 of Cups down here makes me think that they work with groups of people. So there's lots of time for other people because that's what they're doing. That's where they push in life, which could cause some sort of jealousy here. Because the Queen of Wands wants to be the centre. I mean, if this is you, you're quite prepared to bide your time or wait for this person to come towards you. But there's also this feeling here with the 3 of Cups down here that you may possibly be aware that other people are getting this person's attention. Now, you've got the World card up here, so consciously what's happening, sometimes the World card can feel like it's wrapping something up, but with this spread here and this sort of work and stable and dedicated feeling behind, it feels like there's going to be more room in this person's life to come towards you. It's like they're basically pulling, oh my God, I was going to say pulling the zipper up. That doesn't sound right in a love reading, does it? Basically, they're wrapping up the past with the 8 of Wands coming in, and there's going to be some communication, which I think is going to be pretty soon. The 8 of Wands is speed, it's fast, and it's normally straight and to the point. This person, especially with the 3 of Cups down here and you coming across as the Queen of Wands, I've just noticed down here that you're coming across too as the 5 of Pentacles. So there's something this person does, the way that they live their life makes you feel like you're shut out. And being the Queen of Wands here, you're not going to be taking any of that. You don't like that feeling of not being seen. But I also think you're quite proud of that you wouldn't let this person know that, or you wouldn't reach out too often. You would make sure that they come towards you. If this person's coming across as the Emperor, they would rather come towards you than you towards them. Whether that's what you want is your decision, but that has this feeling of pride, and the Emperor likes to conquer. whether it's the slow moving conquer of Capricorn or whether it's the, you know, the fast moving. Actually, Capricorn don't conquer, do they? They basically climb to the top and they get where they want to be. And then the Aries likes to conquer. They do. I think up until now you've had not the cold shoulder, but when the time's right type of thing, you know, a few texts maybe, a bit of a connect, you know, a bit of keeping things alight, but only just. And the hopes and fears are turning in this work, cool, collected, busy person into somebody who can relate to you on an emotional level, which I think is going to happen. And I think they're going to come to you in a very Aries part, you know, the part of their personality that's quite forward. They're going to come towards you and it may be quite blunt and it may be quite in your face and maybe quite shocking to you, but you love it. The Queen of Wands will love it. You want somebody to be straight up with you. You want somebody to be passionate with you and to say exactly what they're thinking, what they're feeling. You're not somebody who shirks away from a bit of passion or shirks away from somebody being direct, as long as it's not crude. Now, Ace of Wands is the Ace of Wands. Now, that's with the Eight of Wands. This feels like you may be getting a little bit more than, not that you bargained for, but more than you even hoped for. Because the Ace of Wands is normally, I kind of going to say phallic, but what I'm actually thinking, the Ace of Wands is normally quite, I was going to say projectile. What is that? I was going to say stand-up guy as well. I just need to this is why I don't do live readings, because I would have said that and I wouldn't be able to cut any of this out. The Ace of Wands is sexual, it takes initiative, it stands up and it states who it is and what it wants. The Eight of Wands will do that in a very sort of passionate and quick way. And this person, I think, is used to talking to lots of different people, especially lots of different women. He's not afraid of women. You're somebody who I think stands away from the crowd and he feels like he needs to come towards you, which he's going to do. So to me, that feels as if your next encounter is going to be something that's quite passionate, something that's going to be quite, you know, like the type of thing. If you could write a story and what would you would like to happen next, it will turn out like that. And what more could you want than expansion of the Ace of Wands? To be honest. Right, okay. Hold on, let me just add a little bit more to this to see what's going on behind the surface. Beneath the surface, I meant. This person feels to me like they've been weighed down by something that's going on. You probably know, because these are quite tough cards. And this could also be like family issues as well for some reason. I don't know why I'm thinking that. It's got something to do with trying to pave their way in the world, possibly trying to be something that they feel that they ought to be, taking responsibility on their shoulders and having no time for themselves. And they're probably engrossed in different situations, whether it is family or whether it's work or something else, and time is short. To them, they feel like they don't get to breathe. And you feel like you've not been getting enough attention, but I think this is going to come to an end. Let's have a look at your next meeting. Add a bit more on. Okay, you're coming across as the Queen of Wands. They're coming across as being quite controlled in work, but quite a passionate nature deep down with the Ace of Wands and the Eight of Wands. And I'm asking you what your next meeting is going to be. And you have got the Tower, you've got the Three of Wands and the Strength card there. To me, that feels almost... it feels sexual to me. It feels like when you first see each other, if you haven't seen each other for a while, can you see these cards? You know, when you see people and you forget how attractive they are, it feels like you get together and it's almost like this person double takes and forgot what you look like, and it all starts rolling again. The Six of Wands makes me think that there's something quite physically attractive about you that's got more to do with, let's hope you brush your hair. There's that one here. It's got more to do with strong basic physical attraction, a bit like lust in some way. And the Tower card is with the Strength. It feels like you're both in a situation where the pull is extremely strong and it's unsaid, and it feels in some way quite nerve-wracking because it feels quite intense, because you've got two major arcana between a feel-good card. You know, when you both see each other and the pull is very strong and you feel like you can't actually do anything about it because there's people around or the situation just isn't the correct situation, but it feels overpowering in some way. You've got lots of cards that speak of passion, and you're going to love that. Your person may feel slightly as if they're going to act it out, but it may not be their usual personality with the Emperor card that possibly likes to control. So you're going to be comfortable with it. They may not be. They may be. You'll be able to read their face as soon as you see them with these cards here. It will be somebody who's trying to compose themselves on first impressions because they've been so involved in something else that when they see you, that they will be trying to regain their composure. Yeah, this person's not going to be subtle, but they're still going to try and maintain control. So I don't know if that makes sense. I'm trying to think of somebody, because you've got the Knight of Wands here, and how they would come across in a meeting when, as soon as you walk through the door, as soon as you meet again, or as soon as you talk again, it's going to all start rolling and they're going to get excited, but also want to hold back a bit so they don't, they're not going to be able to. Your person seems quite fiery. This feels like, will they contact you again? Yes, and I feel it's going to be very passionate. I don't know how to say this because I feel like it's a bit inappropriate when I'm like getting on to 90. It feels like it could turn into sex very quickly. And I'm going to leave that there. I'm not going to make any apologies. I'm going to leave that there. Before I go though, I will pick up the cards and show you why I think that, because you've got somebody, you know, still got a bit of Aries in them, and they're coming out with a situation in the near future of the Eight of Wands, the Knight of Wands and the Ace of Wands. So this person isn't going to hold back the passion, isn't going to hold back those fire qualities. You're coming back out as the Queen of Wands, so you're going to enjoy that anyway. And then the get together is going to be the Tower card, the Six of Wands and the Strength. So even though this person may be trying to pull on perhaps the Capricorn qualities in them, which would like to slow things down, they're going to try to appear like a gentleman. I think in reality, I think they're going to lose. So that feels like quite a get together. So I'm going to leave that there, pile number one, and good luck. Bye. Okay, the question is, will you see them again? Your person feels as if you feel like there's no hope in this situation, I guess. You feel like it's ended, or you feel that there's distance, or you're holding back something from this person. It feels like this person may have hurt you, and it may have been like a quick, I'm going to say in and out situation where you could have in and out, you know, you could have just had sexual contact with this person, or you've fallen for this person very quickly, and it's been exciting and playful. I would say that your person recognises the depth of the connection or the intensity of the connection with the sacred fire here, but you just feel like it may be one way with the Ten of Swords, and you're coming across as the Four of Pentacles as well. So you feel that this possibly isn't going to go anywhere else. You're trying to be quite hard on yourself, I think, here. And will you see them again? I think that you will, but it's not like pile number one. I don't think your next get together is going to be passionate. It's the pile number one was basically can't control themselves. This has got a feeling of that you're going to leave with a smile on your face. This person's going to be quite straight up, but not forceful. It's going to be sort of a dignified acceptance of the connection between you, or a situation. It doesn't have to be that. It could be a situation where you feel happy when you leave. It's like they recognise or you can see what they're feeling, if you know what I mean, and it's positive. I'll go through the cards bit by bit and explain to you what I think I'm seeing here. You've got the Two of Pentacles behind with the Knight of Wands. So the situation behind between the pair of you, I think, has been fun, or it's been playful, or it's been exciting, it's been an adventure, it's been something where you've both walked away and thought that was good. So I don't know whether it's a long-term connection. This feels a bit more flighty. It feels a bit like somebody you've met on holiday, somebody you've bumped into for a short time. And your person has walked away feeling as a really strong connection, because they are coming across as a sacred fire up here. And that's when you meet somebody and they feel familiar and you question it afterwards. But this initial contact, I guess, between the pair of you has been quite easy breezy, fun and laughy. Just something that feels right. Then you've got the Page of Pentacles crossed with the Three of Cups. There may still be some sort of connection between the pair of you. You may call each other. You may hear about this person. They're very much still part of your life, but you've given up. You're coming across here. I don't know if you can see all these cards. I will put them up, but I'm away from home, so it's difficult to see the whole lot. You're coming across as this. The Four of Pentacles. This lady's holding on to a purse. You're not giving anything away. You're also coming across as this, thinking the situation has ended. Now, this person may have offered some sort of, I'm going to say truce flag then, but that's not what I'm looking for at all. It's something small and practical. So I'm thinking connecting with you in some way, or you still have access to know what they're doing in some way. And what's crossing that is a man or a woman with the Knight of Cups there. Doesn't have to be a man or a woman, who's got romantic feelings towards you and wants to come towards you. So you're asking, are you going to see them? So the Knight of Cups are movement. This person is going to move towards you in what feels like a really sort of sweet and gentle romantic manner. And what it's going to feel like, do you know what it feels like to me? And I don't know if I can see this in the cards or whether it's just my imagination here, but it feels like there's a gesture here that's really small, but with the stability in the King of Wands, it's interpreted as very, you know, you just know. And I think we all know, don't we? Deep down, if we were all hypnotized and we say, is this person attracted to us? You really do know this person's going to give something away with the Four of Wands and ending the Justice card. It's going to feel stable. It's going to feel balanced and it's going to feel right. And what you're going to get is the King of Wands in a very romantic way. There's something in this person's eyes. There's something in the way they glance. There's something in the way that they may touch you or the way that they turn up. It could be anything, but it's got quite a powerful physical message which is honed down that you will pick up. So this isn't like a romantic sexual encounter. This is something where you know this person wants more and sees more potential in a relationship. I guess with the King of Wands. King of Wands is quite a strong card and you've got quite stable cards here at the end. And I wonder with the Queen of Wands here and the Moon, you've almost been like you're like matching this person. It's like you both say the same thing at the same time, like I like doing this, well that type of thing, and you both see something similar in each other that this person's looking for anyway. So this has got quite a subtle feeling of connecting, which may feel like it's very straightforward. You know, like these two confident people having a conversation, but you're almost looking behind the conversation to see whether you fit or whether this person's attracted to you, and you leave with that smile on your face because you know. Now, you've got here for them, playful and flirty, but this person is thinking, so the next time you see them, I wonder whether they may look nervous because they've got the Nine of Wands here, which is slightly defensive. So it's like they're almost trying to protect themselves from feeling like they're vulnerable. So your next get together may have that. You may just see that look in their eye initially. And it depends on what character they are, you know, whether they're nervous or shy. They may look like they want to scalp her. Or naturally, it's because the attraction's a bit too much. Or if they're really sort of fiery with the King of Wands here, you're going to look for a look of glee in their face. Because they're getting what they want. And it's straight in front of them and it's exciting. So there's just something here very subtle, quite romantic is the way that you'll interpret it. It's quite gentle and sweet, and you can see it. When you will see this person again. It actually doesn't have to be a physical get together. It could be on the phone. It could be, you know, a message. But there's something that's said that's subtle and easy to read. Because your person is coming across as he's been playing with, or she's been playing, I'm saying he because it's the king here, with their emotions. Initially very obviously with you, you know, playful, attracted to you, ha ha ha, he, then pulled back, and it's overthought it, I think, here. And the King of Wands is probably brought out a more vulnerable side of them, that they don't want to see you straight away, or they don't want you to see them straight away, with regards to the fact that they've probably milled over it a bit in their head, and you may be able to read it. But I think as soon as you see each other, or as soon as you contact each other again, which will happen, I think it will happen anyway with regards to these cards, it's almost like they forget it as soon as they get in contact again. Let me just put a few more cards out, see what else I can get from it. Okay, this person feels like, the word I want to use is chuffed to have met you. That's not a very sort of strange word, but it feels like you've bolstered them in some way. You've made them feel good and they're attracted to you, and it makes them feel more alive. Because as I say, with the sacred fire there's just very few people in the world that you get on with, and you get on with lots of people probably, but there's few that you actually feel like that was really easy, or that just flowed. You know, the type of person that, you know, this person, male or female, has left you and spoken to somebody else straight away about you because they want to elongate the conversation, the situation, find out more about you. Not from a nosy point of view, but just because they're still high from the last get together or the last time you contacted each other with this feeling here. Okay, I'm asking for more information about your next get together. You've got the King of Wands here. You've got the King of Wands again with the King of Swords and the Eight of Wands. So this to me has got a very masculine feel. Doesn't have to be a man, but whatever's coming towards you is open and strong. And I think they'll be a little bit sort of watching and wary before it kicks off, but they want the truth to be seen. They want to be able to connect, they want to be able to communicate, and they want you to see the truth that they've actually been a little bit afraid of revealing. It feels like they get taken away with the moment. You know, when you're really confident because you're in the situation and you've wanted it and it's going okay, and it all basically blurts out. So this is a really positive read. And once again, with these balance cards, you know, these are going forward. With these, I've got loads of cards out, haven't I? These balance cards make me feel that you both know where you stand at the end of it, and it feels good. Because you're almost, you know, you're coming across as the Queen of Wands here. It's like, yep, I've met that person and it feels right. There is, I'm going to start packing up now. I would just say from your person's point of view, there's a little bit of fear factor here of feeling that they're not going to be accepted, because I think your person deep down either is a thinker or quite sensitive. You know, has overthought the connection maybe a little bit and is a bit afraid of you not feeling the same. Okay, I'm going to leave that there, pile number 2. Thank you very much for joining me. If you're interested and you like the readings, please consider, I forget to say this every time, but please consider subscribing. Actually, no, just please subscribe. Please subscribe. But or check out the Patreon as well. because it all helps. Thank you. Bye. Okay, pile number 3. Are you romantic? The fact you picked the Ace of Cups there. Now, my words are, or my initial thoughts are, and I will go through it to see whether things change here, that 2 thoughts here. One, that this is up for grabs, and I've not said that in pile not 1 or 2, and it's not me being lazy. So will you see them? And I think that has got a lot to do with you more than them. You're coming across as either very confident in yourself, or very impulsive, or just a strong character. So to me, it feels like this is in your hands in some way, and you possibly know that already. There's something, as I said, quite impulsive about you. There's something quite spontaneous about you. It feels like one day you just pick up the phone, or one day you just find out where they are and you turn up, or you contact them. Because your person feels like they're almost allowing you to do that, because they're coming up here, and people have helped me say this as the raw cash test, which is basically anything can happen, and you're coming up as the Fool, which to me is quite prepared. It is impulsive, but it's also like things that start afresh and you just jump into it here. But you've got the Empress here, which is making me think that you're quite confident in yourself and your body and who you are as a man or a woman, because there's something quite beautiful about you. It doesn't mean that you have to be, you know, some God-given beauty, but there's a confidence in how you come across in relationships. There's a confidence in how you look, whether you are perceived as the most beautiful person, you know, in your vicinity or not. That you're just quite happy with who you are. And then the Page of Swords, there's a feeling here that you may have had a lot of relationships, or you're quite experienced with people. There's just a feeling here about you. It doesn't mean you don't have to have a lot of love relationships, but you may be quite adept at dealing with people. Right, so this is where it all starts coming together, or basically kicking off. You've got the Chariot card here, which is trying to pull things together, and somebody with a strong will or quite a passionate nature. You've got that crossed with the King of Wands. So that to me is not really checking that passionate nature. And you've got the Queen of Wands up here. Do you know what it feels like? I've not looked at the rest of the cards, so this may change. It feels like there's a get together that you've almost initiated, or you've made sure that you've contacted them, or even it's a surprise. It feels like you've got the confidence to do that. And it feels that when you're together, there's almost this feeling that you both match each other. This person doesn't know what's happening. Your person doesn't know what's happening. So I don't know how long this relationship's been going, or whether your person knows that you're attracted to them. Hold on. Why that behind? Your person, I think, suffers from insecurity in some way. There's a feeling here, the Ace of Pentacles, that you do have some history, even if it's just like a quick connection. And then you've got the Queen of Wands here. It's like you have some history, then the next get together that you will have when you see them again, it feels like you bring the energy and it rubs off on them. You bring the attraction, you come across, and you're not afraid to show this person what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and then this possibilities turns into probabilities with the Star here. Anything can happen with this, but with the Star here, it projects forward in a very sort of, to me, it feels like fortune telling, the Star. And then they can see a connection. It goes from the Queen of Wands, which is quite empowered in a very sort of confident and sexy way, to seeing a connection that is more bound on an emotional level. because they're coming across as the Eight of Cups. Your person feels like they haven't got confidence. I feel that you're the more forward person in this relationship or this situationship. And the Ace of Cups for the situations, yeah, you just basically, you spend your time, I think, with people and are quite at ease with talking or communicating. If you're not, you are. You've got to be. I think they think that your last communication or connection, or when they see you, you've come across as confident, and they think they're not special because you're like that with everybody. So will you see them? I think so. And your little person feels like you've just opened the gates of heaven to them, because they're wondering here, this could go either way. There's the King of Wands with the Queen of Wands, which makes me feel, I don't know which way this falls, but it feels like you're both having a conversation and it's fun and it's moving and there's no anxiety with it. It just flows and it's easy. And then this person starts not initially, but starts projecting forward and feeling a more emotional connection that they're not sure that they had in the past. Because you've got the Nine of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. It's like wanting to build something, but anxiety there, or not sure that there's any connection at all with this card here. And the hopes and fears, all they're hoping for is an easy contact or an easy situation, getting together and for it to flow. And that's what they're going to get. You're going to be taking initiative. Your next get together, or when you contact each other, I don't know if you're going to initiate it, but with regards to the actual contact, which looks very positive, it feels like you'll be in charge of the conversation, or that you do initiate it, that you actually make sure that it happens. Your person's looking for balance, your person's looking for ease, because I don't know whether they have problems with anxiety, or they haven't got the same confidence in their body or themselves, or how they come across in relationships that you have. Which may be quite subtle, I don't know, but it feels like you've either got a big family, or you just spend time with people, so that initial jumping over the threshold of talking to somebody that you may be attracted to is easier for you than them. Your person comes across as quite sweet. And it feels that, with these cards here, that their confidence grows as the get together, or whether it's online. I don't know what the get together will be, or whether it's a phone call. It's as if their confidence grows, and then they feel quite. You've got the King of Wands here, but the way this moves makes me think of air and water, which is quite. Feels like they think a lot about you, or they fantasize a lot about you with these cards here. So it goes back to not so much fear-based and wondering, more to a what's coming next, and basically thinking about it in a very sort of romantic way. I know you haven't got any like cup cards here, like the Knight of Cups or anything. You do come across as more confident than them. I don't know whether, initially, I didn't know whether that was a good thing to say or not when I said that the Three of Cups here, for you, that you may have had more relationships with them. It may just be you're more at ease with yourself in a social situation. Your person may be quite shy. I mean, let's just say the Queen of Cups here and the Star, and they're attaching to you because you're coming across, or they think that they're going to move you into a place, or you're going to move into a place where you come across as the Queen of Cups, because that's the End card. So that's basically the Star card there, what they're projecting. You're coming across initially as the Queen of Wands, but they must be quite, I guess, just imagine, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself here. If they're hoping that you're going to be like Aquarius, Cancer, that is somebody who, I think they're probably projecting their own self onto what they want. If they're fantasizing what they want you to turn up as. So they may be quite shy. They may be quite internal with their emotions. They may not show them to everybody. And there's a fear that you connect really well with people, that you're confident, that you may have had lots of different partners, and it may not mean the same to you as it would to them. Your person's more reserved than you, I think. you won't feel, they will turn up as either a very strong woman or a strong man in your get together, but you won't know what's going on internally. And when they retract from your next contact, there's going to be a lot of fantasizing, a lot of projecting forward what's going to happen next. They're just happy that there's contact again and that it feels as if everything's moving. They're just hoping that the get together goes smoothly. This feels like somebody who's afraid of making a fool of themselves. Feels like somebody who's quite anxious with social contact, but if they're not anxious with social contact, they may just be with regards to when they're attracted to somebody. And you've got strong will, and when you want something, I think here, I don't know if this applies because it is a general reading, but with these cards here and these cards here, it feels like confidence and the ability to put your feelers out into the world and get what you want out of it, or at least try. And if you don't get it, you won't turn over and die like a little beetle. You just get up and try again. So that's why I'm thinking confidence and a bit of verve behind you, where your person doesn't quite have that, but there's something in you that they connect with, which is probably your softer, more, I'm going to say feminine side, and the feminine as in it doesn't push outwards so much. Yeah, it feels like a flow. It feels like your next get together, when there's contact, will flow, and they'll just be happy with that, because this is the type of person who doesn't need for it to be like all rumpy pumpy. They just want to be assured that they're accepted and that there's a connection there, and that's just fine for them. And then it feels like somebody who likes to feel and likes to think quite a lot. Okay, let me just do a few more. Yeah, your person is sweet. Your person comes across as, I'm thinking like Pisces, Cancer, even less than, not so much Scorpio. Feels like somebody who is quite beautiful in their nature, in the fact that they allow people to make impressions on them. And I feel that you may have something about you that actually makes them more forward than usual, which you probably like, but deep down I think they're quite reserved, and I think they fall in love quite deeply, and they want to know that you can connect on that level as well, rather than just having fun with them. Because I wonder whether your person feels that they may see you laughing and joking and being the centre of attention, and they wonder whether the connection is going to be the same for you as it is for them. Okay. It feels like your next get together is going to be quite easy, but it feels like you, and I said this, the chariot's come up twice, and you're coming across as a stronger character here, that you're going to be almost the person behind the wheel with regards to maybe how you meet, maybe take the initiative to connect, but definitely with regards to the conversation or the body language or the way that the whole scene is directed with your next contact. So yes, I do think you're going to contact. I think you both can have smiles on your faces at the end. The only slight negative here, I wonder whether your person's projecting this onto you, and whether you feel that, I don't know, whether you feel that you can fulfill the gentler qualities here, because you feel as if you're not afraid of living. Your person may be a little bit shyer than you. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there, pile number 3. I wish you all the best. Please consider subscribing. No, I said this is the last one. Please subscribe, because it makes it... I enjoy doing the videos, but it's nice to know there's people out there, is what I'm saying. Also, if you want to consider, I'll be polite here, please consider looking at Patreon or joining Patreon. Oh my lord, they've missed the thing. Thank you very much. Bye.